Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys the weekly soul connection reading. And so this is going to be for today's date, which is Monday, October 19th, going all the way until Sunday, October 25th. But technically, whenever you run across this video, it may resonate for you. I do tend to channel for those that are in some sort of a separation or challenge, so please keep that in mind. We're really going to be focusing on those of you that have some sort of wound that you're still struggling with when it comes to this person. You can see them as a twin flame, soulmate, however you resonate with this connection. We're not focusing on the labels here today, just the actual energies. So the orgonite that I wanted to tap into today is Archangel Azrael. This is the giant nude created by my friend Michele from Wing and Bell. It's the Archangel Azrael nude. Archangel Azrael is the angel that helps us to transition, to let go of things that we need to let go of. So that's why we're using that orgonite today. So I'll list her down below. Any of the decks that I am using here today, I'll let you guys know what they are as I shuffle each deck. If there are any of the decks that I've personally created, they will be available for purchase on my website if you're within the US. But if you're international, please email my team and they will send you a special ordering link. Now, right now, I know that there's been some issues with trying to order my decks from that link. There's actually issues with me even trying to order my decks right now. They're doing some sort of like a major just like they're redoing their site. And so it's creating all kinds of technical issues. So all I'm going to say, you guys, is just maybe give it a couple of days. It should fix itself, I hope. So there's a couple of decks that I'm currently out of and will be probably until the first week of November. That is my Twin Flame Journey Messages Volume 1. That's the one with the red rose, as well as my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. Those two are out. So I should be getting those within the next couple of weeks, just to let you guys know. So anyways, I did create an outline here today for us to follow. This is going to be a little bit more of like a, not necessarily a completely shadowy reading, but if you guys are not in the mood for going into issues, diving deep today, it may not be a light and airy reading. So just go ahead and skip this one. No worries. We'll catch you next week, okay? Just take what resonates and get rid of what doesn't. I think I already said that. So let's get started. We're going to take a look and see what is the root of this wound, okay? What is the root of the wound that you are currently experiencing right now with your person that you're in challenge or having a separation with? What is the root of this issue or the root of the wound? Where does it stem from, okay? So I'm using a brand new deck here today. This is created by Angelic Revelation 144. It's called the I Just Got Spooked, Why I Ghosted deck. And we're going to combine this one with the Haunted Nightmare Tarot by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. So let's get started. Okay. What is the root? What is the root of this wound? Where does it stem from? Okay, we have talking to others. So the thing is, you guys, when it comes to some sort of a wound here or an issue, there could be other people involved, what other people have told other people, things that have been repeated to you by someone else. That's not going to resonate for everyone, but please just take it as it resonates for you. But there's something about other people, gossip, spreading rumors, repeating things that are very hurtful. Maybe somebody told you or somebody said something to you that came from your significant other, or maybe vice versa. You said something to someone that you trusted, and yet this information got back to your person. So there's something about talking to other people that created an issue or a problem here. That's what I'm seeing, okay? So this is a root of an issue. Other people may have really, in a way, infiltrated the situation, added their own energy to it, added their own story to things, and it really created a whole slew of issues and problems. I'm just getting other people, other people's opinions, other people's energies, other people's objectives, or just desires. It's like it somehow created an issue here. Major burden. 10 of Wands. Look at this. 10 of Wands. It was just almost like too much had been said. Too many things had been said. Too many things had been, it's like it was too late is what I'm picking up on, if that makes sense. It was too late. By the time someone got done with you, by the time someone had their conversation with you or they said certain things to you, it was just too much. So I'm getting the story here in my head. The story is this. Someone that was connected to your person may have come to you with information about them, okay? And whether some of these things were true, I feel like some of these things were added to it because maybe that person had an agenda. You were dealing with a jealous person, somebody that perhaps didn't care for your particular person. And so what happened is when your person found out that this person had spoken to you and basically told you certain things, it was just like, it's just too late. It's too much. I can't redeem myself. I don't know what was said. I don't know. It's like, it's just easier for me to walk away. So that is a story for some of you is what I'm picking up on. This is a real root of this wound, is that your person perhaps didn't try. Your person didn't try to defend themselves. They just basically gave up and walked away. It was just too much. Or this could be the other way around. They listened to other people about you and you couldn't really defend yourself. And instead of basically coming to you, they may have just believed what they heard and decided to end things because it was just too much. Either way, you guys, this is for someone out there, okay? So that's just some of you. What else? We have psychic, you know too much. Interesting. So I am getting here, this is like a continuation of the story. You just knew too much. There was something where something was too much. I kept getting that over and over again. You knew too much. There was too much that was said to you. You knew too much. And so it was just like, I can't defend myself at this point. I can't fix this. It's just too late. It's just easier for me to walk away. So that might be a real wound for you to where you just feel like somebody just didn't even try. They didn't even try to redeem themselves. They didn't even try, like maybe they didn't even apologize. They didn't even try to make things right with you. They just basically walked away, okay? Or instead of consulting you, it was just like, no. Like, I can't handle this. I just need to just cut ties. So there's feelings of abandonment here. There's feelings of being judged. There's feelings of gossip and lies and betrayal. There's other energies here that didn't belong in the situation, but yet they got involved. We have Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is a card of work. What I feel like here is that it was, you knew too much for the two of you to be able to work on this. It's like they weren't willing to put in the work because there was too much that you knew. Or it could also be that because you're so psychic, intuitive, and empathic, that you would have basically saw this person a mile away. And so if they couldn't be authentic with you, it was just better to just stay away from you because you knew them too much, because you knew what was going on. And so it was just like, oh, I better just cut this off right now, because every single time I'm around them, it's like they get me. So your person may have been very afraid to be around you because you pretty much kind of just psychically knew what was happening or what was going on or where they were coming from. So instead of working on this with you, they just decided to abandon this. That's what I'm getting here. This could also be a work situation, as in they just decided to bury themselves or choose their job over you. That could have been it as well. Under the control of others. So there's something about other people's influences that are coming up 2 times. So some of you guys were under the control of other people. Either you were because of something that was said to you, or they were under the control of someone else. Someone basically was speaking in their ear about you. And so at the end of the day, this just became too much of a burden for you guys to even be able to work on this connection or situation. Too many cooks in the kitchen, too many hands in the like stirring the pot. Yep, it was just easier to walk away. Look at that. So this right here, I think that's the, what is the 6 of Cups or 8 of Cups? I actually can't see. I don't know if that's an 8 or a 6. Hold on for just a second. I'm not sure. That might be a 6. I'm going to read it both ways, you guys, because it's very, to me, it could be either or. So I'm going to just basically bring forth 2 messages here. 8 of Cups would be, that's why this person just decided to walk away, or that's why you had to walk away, because it was just like, we can't work on this anymore. 6 of Cups, of course, is about reconciliation, wanting to work things through, wanting to come back, but someone never did, or someone has never reached out to make that happen because they're under the control of other people, or they believe that you are. So they just don't, okay? This control from other people is at the root of this issue between the two of you. This isn't to blame those people for your guys' problems and issues. You know, we choose what we're going to believe. We go with the story that's most believable. And there usually is something going on with us that causes us to believe certain things. So we really have to hold ourselves accountable here. It's not about blaming other people, but other people influenced and infiltrated both of your guys' energy fields, and it had an effect on your connection. So I don't know who I'm tapping into today, but it's got to be someone's story, because it's coming up very, very significant with the others being in some sort of a situation with the two of you that created the ending of the situation. Okay. So the root of this issue, you guys, has to do with listening to other people, being under the influence of other people, letting other people tell you what to think, not being able to make decisions on your own. This is a real problem. So why don't we go ahead and get their energies towards you at this current time, okay? What is your person's current energy towards you at this present time? So we're gonna go into my charm cards. We're gonna go into my spirits of darkness and light, and what he didn't say by Rising Sun Oracle. And we're going to put these over here. Okay. So what is your person thinking right now? How do they see you, or when they think about you in this connection? What does the energy look like? This is current. So all those things, as far as the root of the matter, it could be current, yes, but it could also be in the past, like as in this thing, this has already happened. In their headspace, where are they at this present time when it comes to you in the situation? We have divine offering. That's really beautiful. Feather. I just got, for some of you, they see you as an angel. They could also see you as somebody who's very magical, somebody who's very psychic, somebody who might even be a witch, because we did get you know too much. Remember, this already came through. You're not dumb, and they know you're not dumb. You know too much. You're too intuitive. And that's not a bad thing for you. Maybe it was a bad thing for them. You just saw too much. And so they may have had to limit the time that they spent with you, or their exposure to you, because you were going to basically figure something out. So you could be dealing with someone that sabotaged this connection before you could find out even more. Okay? Very interesting stuff. So how do they see you, though? They see you as somebody that is like an angel, and they see somebody, or they see you as a divine offering, because that's what that is. They see you as a gift. They see you as somebody that is very magical, somebody who's very in touch with themselves, very empowered, like a sorceress, sorcerer. It's very beautiful, actually. So how they see you now is very powerful. Rest easy, all is well, don't fear or worry, we'll be together again. So this person could be thinking about the fact that at some point in time down the line, you guys may or will be together again. So they're thinking in terms of being with you in the future. So they're trying to perhaps rest right now, take it easy, not fear and not worry so much, because at some point, if the divine like offers that, if that's what's meant to be, that will be offered to them again, or that they will feel inclined to offer this connection to you, perhaps in the form of coming back, giving you that apology, making things wrong, making things right, etc. Okay, or vice versa. So I feel like your person is just kind of leaving it up to the hands of the divine on what the next phase is going to be for the connection. And I feel like because you're so psychic and because you're so intuitive, you're picking up on that your person is doing this. You're picking up on the fact that at some point you and them are going to see each other again. It's just going to be a matter of time. All right, so how's their heart space, their emotions right now? Okay, so we have Christmas tree joy. There could be something about Christmas or Christmas trees that connects them when they think about you, and it gives them joy. But when they sit in their heart space, in your energy, they actually feel joy. There's a happiness that they feel. And so with all this crap that happened before, that might surprise you that your person is in this energy with you. But it could even be that, you know, you didn't really do anything wrong. You didn't really deserve what happened here. And so why would this person be negative towards you? They wouldn't. And yes, it does take two to tango, so it's not like you were perfect, but this could be a little bit more like, gosh, you know, I really didn't deserve what happened or the way that this happened. We have Spirit of the Fog. They're also unclear, though, and confused at the same time. They're not really sure. So they do feel joy when they reside in your energy, but they're also confused at the same time. Maybe they're confused as to why they feel this sudden joy, perhaps. Maybe your energy is just coming up for them. And it's just like, wow, you know, it really surprises them. They feel so happy when they think about you. When I think about our time together, oh my gosh, this is crazy. When I think about our time together, it brings joy to my heart. Unbelievable, you guys. I love it when the cards turn out like this. This is just Spirit's way of confirming how tapped in we really are by, you know, the cards are basically matching one another. That's beautiful. And they're different decks. This is Rising Sun Oracle's deck with my deck. So they just work together. Do you see? So when they think about you and your time together in the past, they have a lot of joy. But also they're very unclear perhaps on what to do, as in maybe coming together and being together again. Maybe they're still trying to kind of rest easy and not be in that fear or worry that they'll never see you again. So they're just kind of residing in your energy and seeing you as a gift, and seeing also this situation that happened between the two of you as an opportunity to learn something. That's why we have divine offering. They see you as a lesson. They see you as a gift in their lives in order to teach them a significant lesson. And I'm getting deep down in their heart, they actually know this, but sometimes it's very confusing for them at the same time. So they're kind of like light and dark sometimes. Sometimes they have fear and worry. Other times they feel joy, you know, so they're kind of in and out is what I'm getting with that. So what about the action that they think about taking towards you? Okay, we have ring, contract. Okay, action that they think about taking towards you could be to put a ring on it, to come towards you, to offer you something, to propose an idea to you, to be with you in that way. Okay. We have Spirit of the Anchor, invest solid and stable. That's what that energy is. They think about taking action towards you to invest in your connection, to be real solid and stable with you. You could be a real anchor in this person's life, but they gave it up. Maybe they gave it up because, you know, they were just stupid. You know what I mean? Like they didn't know any better. Maybe they thought the grass was going to be greener on the other side. Maybe things were more important at the time than you were. Maybe these other people really did create just a total muck in this whole situation. So there's a whole just variation of things that could be. But I feel like this action that your person thinks about taking towards you is coming towards you and proposing some idea or having a more solid connection with you. I'm exhausted by our separation. So this just confirms that there is a separation here. I am working to achieve healing, peace, and acceptance. I think of you as I do this. So your person right now is working on themselves. They're working on healing. They're feeling exhausted. The separation has been long enough, and they think of you, this divine offering, they think of you when it comes to wanting to heal and wanting to be a better person. So I feel like they're wanting to invest. I see the ring as a contract. Okay, that's why I have contract here. The word contract. There's a contract between the two of them. I mean, between the two of you. And as much as they're exhausted by your separation, they know that it's pushing them to better their lives and to better themselves. So that's actually a really good thing. So you inspire this person to be a better person in this life. And so I feel like they're coming to that conclusion. But again, there's that foggy energy, which is also confusing because they don't really have anything that's happening in the physical world to prove this. It's just something that they feel. So your person taps into your energy when they want to feel joy, but they're also exhausted by your separation, which pushes them to want to heal and to go deeper within themselves. That's amazing. All right, so what does their higher self tell them about this situation? What does their higher self know? We have taste. It's like just a taste. I feel like your person, what they do perhaps is they take a little taste here and there by imagining what it would be like to come back, what it would be like to return after walking away, what it would be like to be with you in that way, to really invest in this connection with you. We have chocolate ice cream in there. So yeah, see, to come back and reconcile. Could you forgive them? Do you love them still? It's like they imagine what that would be like. Now, the fact that we have Spirit of the Christ, which is their higher self, this is Christ consciousness, you guys. Your person could be somebody who practices you know, some kind of philosophy, some kind of religion or something, you know, Christ consciousness, Hinduism, Buddhism, something like that, some Eastern philosophy. So there could be something where it's like they're getting some kind of a taste of, in a way, of their own medicine by karma. So they're working through their shadows, and they've gotten a taste of karma, which has helped them to grow as a person and to help them to realize and to want to reconcile these differences. So your person may want to reconcile these differences between the two of you after going through some sort of an enlightenment or awakening. Their higher self is leading them to this. Kind of like, what would it be like? I kept my emotions hidden from you because I did not know how to allow myself to be vulnerable. Do you see? So your person fantasizes and thinks and envisions of what it would be like to be vulnerable with you because they didn't want to be vulnerable before. That scared this person. And this might be one of the reasons why they played certain games. They did certain things. They hurt you in certain ways. And that information got back to you. And maybe they never intended for it to get back to you, but it did. And of course, that really hurt you. And so you've been left with this wound, this hole in the soul that this person never gave two shits about you, that maybe you were nothing to them, you never meant anything to them. And I'm getting in this reading here today that you are a divine offering to this person, and that when they connect with your memory, they're in a state of joy. And they may think about coming back together with you at some point and reconciling with you. Wow. It's pretty significant here, significant energy. So why don't we get into what is your energy towards them? Okay. What does that look like? We're just going to switch the decks up from this one to Twin Flame Journey Messages number 2 that I created. Okay. But we're going to use the same cards. What is your energy towards this person? So the thing is, you watching the video, you might be thinking to yourself, I already know where my energy is towards this person. Well, sometimes yes and sometimes no. We don't know what kind of energy sometimes that we are exuding that is kind of permeating out of us towards another, because either we're just, you know, not grounded, maybe still feeling wounded, etc. So this helps us to just examine it. When you think about this person, what does the energy look like? We have mirror. You might see them as a mirror to you. You might see them as a twin flame. This is somebody who you see, you look in the mirror and you see your image, but you also see them. And so whatever, it's kind of like what you believed about yourself has shown up in this person. Maybe they treated you a certain way because you did not believe that you deserved love, etc. So there is that kind of energy here. Spirit of the rabbit. You could also see this person as being somebody who's very attractive, somebody that you want to be with in a sexual way, somebody who you really, really want to grow with, somebody that you just basically want to, you know, be in that energy with. It's very red. It's very sacral chakra. It's very passionate. Even though I don't show it, I am sorry for how things went between us. So the thing is, you may not have shown this person at all that you're sad or that you give a damn either. You may have really done a good job of hiding your own emotions and not expressing to them how you really feel. You may have kept that all bottled up inside within yourself. But obviously deep down, you look in the mirror, you see them as a reflection of you, vice versa. And they do help you to also take a really deep look at yourself to help yourself to heal, okay? But you also see them as somebody that you want to grow with, somebody that you want to connect with. Could be creatively. It could be sexually, all of those energies combined. So what about your emotions, your heart space? Where are you at with them? Wow. So you guys both have something about angels. You guys might see each other as angels. You guys might see each other as, you know, you're their guardian angel, or maybe you see them as your guardian angel, one of the two, or maybe a little bit of both, but you see them as somebody who has helped to save you in some way. Not that they're your savior, but they really have helped to mirror to you some things and to like really force you to look at yourself very deep. Really take a deep look in the mirror and say, oh my God, you know, I really, really just, I'm done with this. I really need to change. I really need to focus. I really need to stop doing this. I really need to help myself. So sometimes our biggest triggers are even, you know, sometimes our biggest enemies can actually be our greatest teachers. So whatever this person said, did, however they affected you has really pushed you to grow. It really has pushed you to grow. So that's what we're getting with that one. What else? We have spirit of the key. So yeah, there's something about they help to give you some sort of spiritual knowledge. You may have had an awakening, a spiritual awakening when it comes to this individual. You see them as giving you the keys to the kingdom. And it's not like you're handing them over your power, but you see them as very essential and key in some sort of issue that you hold within yourself. So that's a really positive thing, actually. They're very key in your healing. We have, I will come back for you. So you also in your heart believe that the two of you will be together again someday, just like they actually said to you on the other end, that someday we will be back together. I'm going to go ahead and read it. It says, we will be together again. And you're saying, I will come back for you. So in your heart space, you feel that at some point you're either going to go to them or that they're going to come back for you. You believe it. Definitely. So let's go ahead and get the action that you think about taking towards them in this situation. Okay, so look at this, like the key. The spiritual things that you're learning, the things that are coming to you from spirit, different information that's coming to you. You're being given some sort of key by spirit here. You're being given a key to help you to unlock the doors that have been keeping you locked away for quite some time. So you see yourself as taking this spiritual knowledge and this wisdom and the things that you're being given from spirit, and you're going to perhaps maybe let that be your guide as to what you will do. Or maybe not do, because spirit might give you that indication that it's better to wait. You just never know. So you're going to go with what spirit tells you is what I'm getting from this. Yep. Look at that. Spirit of the scales, karma, justice, and balance. What I'm getting here for some of you guys is that you might be, or you might realize that your person needs to be the one. And it's not an ego thing. It's not a contest. It's not, I'm not going to do this until they do that. You might realize that you could technically take that key and unlock something right now. But what I'm getting is that this might just be the energy within yourself. This is about your own healing, opening up your heart space to this individual, because the darkness and the negative stuff that you guys might be holding on to when it comes to this person in the past could be keeping you actually from coming back together. So this is about unlocking your own heart and doing that heart healing and purging and clearing up this energy. And when you do this, this helps your person also to balance out their own karma, which we can actually see that they've already been given a taste of karma here, to bring you this justice, to balance the scales within this connection once again. Now, of course, you might be also being given guidance as to do this yourself. So take it as it resonates. I just want you to be happy. And that's beautiful, because this is just acceptance. No matter what, I'm just in a state of happiness within myself. I'm not holding any resentment. I'm not holding any judgment towards you if you've never apologized, or that if I never hear this from you, I'm doing the healing on my own. I'm going to be okay because I'm going to make myself okay. I don't necessarily need you to do anything. You're getting to a state of acceptance to where this person comes back or they don't come back, you're going to be okay. And that's really key in your healing, you guys. That's really, really key. So if you just want somebody to be happy, you're not really taking action towards them. You're just letting things be. So I don't really see that you're taking action. I see that you're also being spiritually guided not to take action, and that maybe perhaps your person is the one that will take action towards you. So if you jump the gun and you try to intervene right now, the timing may be off. That's just what I'm getting. All right, so what about your higher self? We have role play. Role play from the higher self. Trying different things on for size. Spirit of the swans, grace, elegance, poise. I mean, look, you know, we have two feminines in that card there. The role that she's playing right now is to remain poised. Again, your higher self is actually confirming what spirit is indicating for you, the action to take, which is to take no action. That's what I'm getting from this. The role that you're supposed to play right now is remain in a state of grace, remain elegant, and remain poised. That is not somebody that's trying to make anything happen. They're just in a state of acceptance. Yeah, and I feel a special bond with you that I've never felt with anyone before. Obviously. You feel very special. You know that you're special to this person, and you know that they're special to you. You know that there's a significant reason why you still think about them. And you know there's a reason why they are still connected to you. So again, you're just in this state of grace, acceptance, just total peace. And when you're in this energy here, it's like it's your person's turn to take this energy and to take these lessons, to do something with it, to bring forth some sort of action to you. We can already see that they had the ring, which was proposing something to you, coming forward, creating some sort of a solid offer. But where are they at with that? They're working on creating peace for themselves and healing still. So the action looks like it's going to come from them after they do some work on themselves. And the action that's coming towards you is just accepting where things are at and remaining poised in a state of grace. Wow. All right, that's what we've got. So let's go ahead now and move into what are you both afraid of facing or addressing with the other right now, okay? So we're going to go into the Lay Vampire Oracle and the Dark Mansion Tarot. So what is your person afraid of addressing with you in this situation right now? What are they most afraid of addressing or facing when it comes to you in this connection? Okay, we have study, learning, education, knowledge. Okay, what I'm getting from this, though, is that they're afraid of addressing what you know. We already know that your person was really bothered by some sort of information that was given to you, what you knew about them. That really bothers them. So this might also be difficult for them to address it with you. If you guys start talking again, or if you guys, you know, come back together and reconcile, it's like you guys are going to have a discussion and basically learn from the experience and educate each other about what you guys know. And that requires being honest. That requires a conversation. Your person is a little afraid of this right now. That's why they're still healing these aspects, because they're still feeling fear when it comes to conversating with you because of what you might know. Strength, yeah. So the strength is a card of holding back. Am I strong enough? Do I have courage or strength to face you? I'm getting your person does not. Your person does not have the strength or the courage to face you right now. They're afraid. They're afraid that they don't have the strength in order to have this conversation of what you might say or what you might tell them that you know. They're very afraid of that. They're afraid of your knowledge. They may also be afraid that you know more than them or something. That might bother them. So they might feel intimidated by you as well. What else? Call for help. Reach out. Need for backup. Admit your needs. I'm seeing that this person is afraid. They're afraid of basically calling you. They're afraid of calling you, and they're afraid. So call for help. It's like they're afraid to reach out to you, and they're afraid that to admit that they want to basically have a conversation with you. They're afraid of that. Need for backup might be asking for the universe or guides or angels, spirit guides or angels, to basically give them the strength and courage to call you, to face you, to become strong. Yeah, Seven of Swords. I feel like, you guys, that someone lied. I feel like someone lied. I feel like there was a betrayal here. I feel like perhaps this was a ghosting. Somebody just kind of walked away without any explanation. Somebody just decided to just walk away and just never really follow up. And so it left a real heavy feeling of a lot of unsaid things, a lot of unfinished business, just a lot of heavy energy. And that's what made somebody feel like they were lied to, they were deceived, the rug was pulled out from under their feet, the wool was pulled over their eyes, etc. So, but the Seven of Swords is also about a strategy as well. And I feel like your person right now, their strategy when it comes to reaching out to you is that they need some sort of help. And that help could be that they are still working on healing. They're still working with the higher power. They're asking their angels and guides to give them that strength and courage to face you, and they just don't have it yet. So that's what I am getting so far with that. Let's get one last message. What are they afraid of addressing with you? So I feel like they're afraid of addressing a lie. Are you going to have compassion for them? Will you have empathy? Will you be kind? They don't know. They're afraid. They're afraid that you're angry. They're afraid that you're going to give them a lashing, and they might on some level feel like they deserve it. So that might be another reason why they're not coming through, why they're not reaching out. Okay, this one wanted to come up reversed, so I am going to take it, you guys. Eight of Cups may have already come up in this reading, but it might have been the Six of Cups, but it doesn't matter. We took it as both. So the Eight of Cups is in a way making its appearance again. The Eight of Cups walking away means I want to come back. Your person does want to come back, but they're afraid. They're afraid that because they walked away, perhaps they abandoned you. Are you going to have compassion and empathy for them if they want to return? They don't know. They don't know. But your person does want to come back with that Eight of Cups reversed. That's pretty interesting. So that is what your person is afraid of addressing with you in this situation right now. Coming back and discussing and having that conversation about the lies and deception and things that basically tore the two of you apart. They're afraid of it. Okay. So why don't we see what you are afraid of addressing and facing right now when it comes to them and the situation. We're going to go into my Dark Night of the Soul Tarot and Mystic's Midnight Oracle. What are you afraid of addressing or facing when it comes to this person or the situation? Okay, so we have belief system, theory, and intangible, the occult. And we have the Nine of... Okay, so you're actually afraid that access is going to be denied. You may believe that this person will deny you. So one of your fears to address is that perhaps what your belief system is, Nine of Cups is Nine of Sorrow. Nine of Cups is about our wishes being fulfilled, you know, our dreams coming true, that somehow that won't happen. So you're afraid that you're going to be denied. You're afraid that something isn't going to be tangible. It's always going to remain intangible. So you might not be wanting to deal with the reality of the situation because maybe perhaps the fantasy of this is much more pleasant than the reality, like in your head. So you would rather just fantasize about this person for the rest of your life and fantasize of what could be rather than dealing with this individual in real life because it might blow this belief that you have. Interesting, right? So you're afraid of movement. It's like as much as you may want this connection and as much as you may want some movement here, you're also afraid that if there is movement or something happens, then it's like the bubble's gonna be burst. So it's like I'm kind of comfortable with nothing happening. It's very strange, but that's the energy. We have deranged, crazy, and lunatic. Okay. Chainsaw. I feel like you're afraid of coming across as just totally crazy. If you talk about Three of Swords energy, which is the flesh wound, the hole in your heart that this person perhaps left, the wound, the heartache, the sadness, stab in the back, right? You're afraid that by talking about it, by having a conversation, that this person is just going to think that you're freaking a lunatic, that you're just crazy, that you're just deranged, that you're psychotic. And that's a real legitimate fear. Because sometimes people that are emotionally closed off, or let's just say narcissistic, have a way of basically making you feel like you're crazy for having feelings. So it's not completely off base that you would have this fear. But this is a fear here that you're afraid of addressing the wound. You're actually afraid of having the conversation. You may want the conversation, but you're also afraid that this person is like going to make it worse. So you would rather not deal with it at all because at least then you can kind of like tie things up in a pretty bow and ribbon on your own. I totally get that. Totally get it. And we have companion. Okay. Monster bride, companion, life partner, and mate. Yeah, journey of darkness. You're also afraid, what I'm getting here is to start over. You're afraid to basically start over and choose another mate. And there's nothing wrong with being afraid of that. And there's nothing wrong if that's what you wanted to do. But it's coming up in your fears, okay? It's coming up in your fears as far as what are you afraid of facing or addressing right now when it comes to this person or situation. That perhaps you won't be with this person, that perhaps you guys don't want the same things, perhaps that they will never come back, that, you know, somehow the odds are not going to be, or the odds are not going to be in your favor. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But also you fear starting over with this person. There's this real interesting energy coming from the viewer, which is, I want this so badly, but I'm so afraid of it at the same time. This is all I want, but I'm afraid to also have it. So it's just easier to just accept that this may never happen. It's a real comfortable space that you reside in, perhaps, because it's easier. The unknown is easier than knowing. That's what I'm getting here. So you're afraid to have this conversation with this individual, to address your needs, to talk about how you feel. You're afraid to start fresh and start new because perhaps you will not be able to trust this person. Somehow what you want isn't going to come out. Somehow it's just going to lead to a dead end again. So there's a lot of fear here. There's a lot of shadow and a lot of fear. And this just goes back to the root of the wound. The root of the wound is that something happened here. Someone lied. Some words were exchanged. Some things were said. Some information was basically cataloged in the heart and the mind and the soul that created this wound, created this hole in the soul that you have not been able to heal. Maybe some of you have already healed it. Maybe some of you are still struggling. Maybe some of you are just feel completely lost in this wound, like you're freaking just swimming in this journey of darkness right now, total dark night of the soul. Either way, this is about, of course, getting to a point where you're healing on your own. You don't need this person to come back in order to heal this wound. So this is going to go, this next portion of the reading, in ways in which you can perhaps help yourself. You can start to address this healing, maybe by certain rituals, calling in certain spirit animals, just certain work, things to focus on that can help you on this perhaps journey of darkness that you might be swimming in right now. So let's get it. Let's get to it. So ways in which you can address these energies that just came up so you can heal them and start to transmute them. We're going to go into the spell casting oracle, and we're going to grab 3 cards, 3 subjects that Spirit wants to talk about. Three things Spirit really wants us to focus on for our healing. Okay, we have clarity. We have love. And we have strength. Okay, so what Spirit wants to tell you, sometimes our shadow can really, our shadow is there for a reason. Our shadow is there to help us to survive, to keep us out of danger, helps us to be discerning, especially when we're dealing with lower vibrational people. But the thing is, though, is that when we get caught in always relying on that to be our strength, what it does is it keeps us in ego, and it keeps us from wanting to basically come to like drop down into our heart space. So what's happening here is that we're really, in a way, keeping love at bay in our lives. We're keeping ourselves from actually loving ourselves because we're very focused on the shadow. We're very focused in the dark. The dark and the shadow has a role and a purpose. But when we stay there and we're not able to clear that energy, then it can really wreak havoc on our systems. It could cause us to doubt. It could cause us to feel just all kinds of ways. Love is the answer here, is what Spirit's trying to tell us. You have more strength in love than you do in the dark. And it might not feel that way. Your strength right now might feel like you're much stronger in the dark. You're much stronger in your anger. You're much stronger in your bitterness for this individual. That's not true, though. It's a lie. So Spirit is asking you to get very, very clear. If you're confused and you don't know what to do right now, Spirit's telling you to give yourself some time. There might be a ritual or some kind of energies that you can work with in order to clear yourself first. So that way you know what energy is yours and what energy is everybody else's. Because what I'm getting here is that other people really had an effect on what you think about this person or what this person thinks about you. So other people have influenced, other people's energies, what other people think are wreaking havoc on your confidence and your strength and you being able to be present in your heart center. So that there's a lot of things that need to be cleared up here. So if you were to do, let's just say some sort of a ritual, what I would do is do a ritual to clear energy first, clear cords, transmute energy, purify energy, clear things up. So that way, once you get rid of all that debris, that psychic junk that you might have been collecting over, fucking decades or just over the years or months or whatever this is, that you can clear that up. So that way you can really reside in who you are. Are you really what other people believe you are? Or is that just their stuff? Do you even know the difference anymore? Right? So when we do this and we clear up our energy, then we're really in that heart center. We don't feel stupid. We don't feel vulnerable being in our heart center. We don't feel weak. We realize that the light and the love always, in a way, kind of like prevails in the end, okay? And we're much stronger in our heart center than we are in our dark center. Our dark center, yes, is there for a reason. But the thing is, does it make you feel good? Does it actually bring you joy? Does it actually make you feel, does it bring you joy is the question. If it's not bringing you joy and being bitter and being in that hate and just being pissed off and, wanting revenge or wanting this person to make these wrongs right, but they're not, and it just pisses you off, being in that energy long term, it wreaks havoc on your system. It can really do a number on you. So Spirit's telling us it's time. It's time for us to give up the story. It's time for us to let go of the hate. It's time for us to let go of what this person did or said or what other people did, that campaigned against us. Whatever this is, it's time for us to let all this garbage go because it's not serving us. It's actually keeping us weak, but we don't even realize it. So whatever this is, you need to clear it so that way you can get back to the heart of who you truly are. And you can be in that space of love. That's where your strength is, especially when it comes to this situation, because it doesn't really matter what everybody else is doing. We're really focused on your person in this reading today. So it's very important for you to get back to your heart, okay? And some of you guys may have already done that. So why don't we go ahead and go into my Divine Feminine Oracle and see what else we need to know. So you can attract what is meant for you. This is the deal. I mean, what's meant for you, you guys, what Spirit wants for you is what's meant for you. What's meant for you is your destiny, okay? The blueprint that you created before you got here. But the thing is, though, a lot of things get in the way. Belief systems, wounds, traumas, things that we're meant to experience, right? But wherever we're vibrating is what we're going to attract. So if you want to magnetically attract and pull things to you that are going to make you happy, this is about you clearing up that frequency. So Spirit is asking you to clear up your frequency so you can start to get back to what's destined for you. You're destined for happiness, baby, not misery, right? We're meant to experience some amount of darkness, yes, in order for us to learn. But life does not always have to be so difficult and so dark. It's only as miserable and dark as we believe it to be. So Spirit's telling you to clear your energy so you can get back on track to attract what is meant for you. And what's meant for you, you guys, is love. To experience love in the highest form. To love yourself. Look at that. This rejection is for my divine protection, unavailable. This is for you to finally get to a space that if other people could not love you, it could be that you magnetically draw that to you because you were not residing in the energy of love for yourself. So again, like attracts like. We bring forth to us the frequency that we're in. So if we don't see ourselves as worthy, if we don't see ourselves as lovable, if we don't see ourselves as worth a damn, guess what? We are going to attract people in that are emotionally vacant and unavailable. So them rejecting you actually at that time is for your protection, because the thing is, as long as we are connected to people that are emotionally unavailable, we just keep hurting ourselves over and over again. We keep this wound open. We're not really healing it. We're just basically continuing to scratch at the wound and irritate the wound. So we realize that we don't put our value on other people. And you may have done that with this individual. You may have done this since childhood. You've taken certain people, whether they love you or like you or whatever, and you've really allowed that to be the marker of you're good enough or you're not good enough. You're good, you're bad. You've used other people and the way that they act towards you and how they are in your life as a marker to say you're lovable or you're unlovable. And Spirit's saying that this has to shift, this has to change. When you invest in yourself and you love yourself and you know who you are, you start to attract people that are wanting to give you that love. Not people that are emotionally unavailable, not people that are going to facilitate your belief system, which is that you don't deserve any more than just, bottom of the barrel stuff. So Spirit is asking you, whatever hasn't worked out for you so far has actually been for your own protection. Certain things, you guys, don't work out for a reason, either at the time or at all. And we have to get to a point where we realize that everything is showing up for us exactly the way that it's supposed to. But if you want to start experiencing more joy in your life, this is about being in a vibration of joy. When you're in a vibration of being bitter and upset and pissed off and needing to hold everybody accountable or putting your life on hold until this person does this or this person does that, we're not really in a power position with our lives. Everything else is running the ship and steering the ship. We're not even steering the ship anymore. Everyone else around us is steering our boat. So that's what we're getting. Yeah, look at that. Farewell. I do not need another's apology in order to gain closure. I can heal all on my own when I am ready to release them. So there is a huge lesson, you guys, in releasing your person. And it doesn't mean that if you release them that you're never going to see them again. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. We don't really know what's meant here, okay? But this is about saving yourself. This is about no longer needing to continuously put effort and time into somebody who is unavailable. If your person is afraid, if your person has not healed, if your person is not coming towards you right now, there is a reason. They're not your vibrational match. You attract what's meant for you right now. And so maybe it will be your person later on, but right now, we just can already see that they're not coming towards you. So we have to take that as a sign that we're just not a match right now. So we don't continue to hold on. We don't continue to fantasize. We don't continue to get lost in a world to where we never have to let go. We face reality. We say, okay, these are the facts. And I let this person go with love in my heart. I forgive. I do the healing. I do the releasing that I need to do so I can move forward. I don't need them to apologize in order to be whole. So this hole in the soul and this reading today is to tell us that you do not need another person in order to be whole again. You are gaining this closure and becoming whole again on your own. It's not from this individual giving that to you. So that might be a part of your lesson, is to get whole with yourself first. And then perhaps this person comes back and then you're just kind of like, wow, like you've already gotten through it. You've already cleared it. And maybe it just even accelerates the growth in your connection. And it's just that much better when you guys both come back together. You just never know. But anything that is unavailable, anything that you're pushing and pushing and pushing and you're not getting any results, Spirit's telling you it's time for you to release this. It's time for you to release your desire to want to continuously go towards someone who's emotionally unavailable. If they have not made themselves available in your life yet, or just still, this is a sign for you to continue to move forward with your path. And the thing is, we are still going to remain emotionally or energetically connected to one another, but it's going to be of a higher vibration, not a lower vibration, not a dependency or a need. We are going to be connected to this person like we would anybody else on the planet, just like a feather. I don't know why I said that. Like anybody else on the planet, where you wish everybody well and you stay in your own lane and you just do your thing. And sometimes you'll connect and sometimes you'll collaborate, and other times you're just kind of doing your own thing, but you're still moving forward. That's the point. Okay, so that's what we have here so far. So there is a releasing ritual and clearing ritual and jumping into your heart space, kind of like dropping down into your heart space that is taking place here. Okay, so a lot of us associate letting go with being angry. Letting go with, I'm so done, this person, I can't stand them anyways, I'm so freaking done. Sometimes that works, but it is temporary. Usually what'll end up happening is that bitterness that you didn't clear, purge, or heal, it'll come back to bite you in the ass later. So just really, really do the work and doing the steps to let them go in that higher vibrational way instead of using the lower vibration to just quickly just be done with this person, right? You're letting them go in a very peaceful, healing way for yourself, because the thing is, if this energy has already been with you for quite some time, why not make it good energy? Why continue to hold it in this way if this is an issue for you, okay? So we're going to go into this deck right here, and let me make sure. Hold on for just a second. I don't know if I did. Okay. So this right here is a deck where I don't know the meanings of the cards, so I will have to read out of the book. So let's go ahead and get one card that can indicate to us perhaps some energy that would either help us or something that we need to clear. Okay, so we have the Brown Witch. So let's read this. The Brown Witch. So I believe that's 18. No, it's not. I don't know Roman numerals, apparently. That's 23. Maybe not. Yay, it's 23. I got that one all right. Okay. The Brown Witch represents the brown soil of the earth and beautiful harvests. She predicts hope and fulfillment. Plans you have purposely nurtured will germinate and grow well. Even though there may be no visible signs yet, rest assured that integrated psychic forces will fuse the elements necessary to promote your own personal growth and wish fulfillment. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, so what this is trying to tell you here is that you are in this like very harvesty energy. So whatever you put, and I love that it's like a harvest. Look at, we are in, depending on where you're at in the world, we're fall, autumn, where I'm at right now. This is now. Your energy is so potent and so powerful right now. This is the perfect time for you to do either the shadow work or to clear this energy. We have a full moon this coming Halloween, you guys. That may be a perfect time to do a ritual. A ritual with releasing, a ritual with clearing your energy, infusing yourself with just very like what you want to draw to yourself instead, you know? All kinds of things that you guys can write out, intentions that you want to send out into the universe, things that you want to let go of. There's all kinds of ways to do it. And I don't really like to tell people what they should do. I feel like ritual is very personal. And sometimes, you know, being instructed or, you know, maybe getting a ritual off the internet or something like that, that's great. But make it your own. Individualize it for yourself, because it's the energy that you put in it that makes it special, that makes it powerful. So this is about, let's just say, writing something down. You burn it in a fire, writing a letter that you never send, writing a letter to your higher self or from your higher self to you. You know, anything that you're holding on to that you want to let go of, whether that be objects or just things or memories or whatever. This is just about you're allowing this to leave in order to make space for this bountiful harvest. And so this is talking about, there might be no visible signs yet that this stuff is happening, but your thoughts, because it said psychic forces fuse the elements that are around you. They fuse your energy, your intentions. So even though things aren't showing up just yet, this is about your belief and your intentions and where you want things to go in your life, not connected to other people, you guys. Because when we connect things to other people, that is an attached energy, and that's also interfering with other people's free will. So it needs to be for you, okay? It needs to be for you. And then when you clear your energy and you're in that vibration of abundance and love, Other people that are of that same vibration, they come to you. Do you see what I'm saying? So if we know that your person is emotionally unavailable and they're still struggling and they're still, you know, having a lot of fear, then why would we want to try to push this person to do something that they're not ready to do? We wouldn't want to do that, because I'm telling you right now, if you decide to go down that path and you want to do some sort of a ritual or a spell to bring them back into your life, chances are it will be short-lived, because it's interfering, like I said, with another's free will, and it's not what they want, okay? So that's why it's really important to always make these rituals about your guys' selves, what you want to draw into your life, what you want to experience, what you want to magnetically draw to you. So be very open with, you know, the word, you know, I want to draw in a relationship. Try not to say, I want to draw in this and this and this and that, and this person needs to be this tall and, you know, blah, blah, blah. How about, I want to draw forth to me somebody that's ready to have, you know, this deep intimacy, somebody who's not afraid to be authentic. Things like that. Very open, not super, you know, specific. Some people might not agree with that, though. Some people might feel like you can be specific. Again, do what feels right for you guys, but try not to make this about your person. Make it about you. That's my point, okay? But right now is the time to do it. Right now is the time for you to clear that energy and draw to you what you want to experience. That's what I'm getting from that, okay? So let's get some animals here. What are some animals that are maybe significant during this period of time, or animals that you can draw energy from for these rituals or this healing? They don't even need to be rituals, you guys. This is just healing. Ritual can just be journaling. Meditating. Doesn't have to be anything, you know, crazy. Okay, look. Butterfly. So butterflies are going to represent change, okay? Butterflies are going to represent transformation and change. So if you guys are seeing butterflies, this could also be about being in nature when you release something, when maybe perhaps you are tapping into the energies of what you want to draw in. You're using the energy of butterfly. It's beautiful. We also have lion, having that confidence, that strength. Remember, the strength card came up. We also have, what is this? Hold on. Strength. So there's a need to have strength and courage and confidence. This is about drawing on the energy of lion. That right there is very, very significant. And dolphin, I love that. Play. This is also reminding you, have a good time. If something isn't bringing you joy, then why are we still doing it, right? This is about reminding yourself to enjoy yourself on your journey. It doesn't have to be so serious. It doesn't have to be so just serious. This is about allowing yourself to tap into your inner child. This is also about reserving some energy to play and to experience more joy while you're doing the work that you're doing, okay? So those are really beautiful animals that are coming through, okay? So let's go ahead and get perhaps some energy that could be significant that you may work with. This right here is called oh, I forgot to tell you guys, that was the animal kin oracle here. And this one right here was the Modern Wiccan spell book. I don't know why I'm not telling you guys what I'm using now. Divination of the Ancients. This is what this is. Okay. Energies that we may utilize or tap into. Hydromancy. Okay, so this is really interesting because this is about, this is a couple of different things for me. First of all, water. Okay. Water would be very significant when it comes to cleansing, purifying, purging, or something that the water is taking away. This could also be about scrying. You're looking into water. You're looking into a pool of water, and you're basically, you know, looking into it like you would into a crystal ball, and you're, you know, just kind of fixing your gaze, and certain images may start to come up. And it might at first seem to be like your mind's playing tricks on you, but it could be some sort of like a form of divination where you're tapping into things that are messages to you, either from your higher self, the other side, the universe, whatever you want to call it. So this is about using water as a form of divination, but also using water as a form of ritual. You know, in a sea salt bath, in a Epsom salt bath, cleansing yourself with certain herbs in a bath. This will also help to clear and purify your energy. You could also do releasing rituals with essential oils, crystals in a bath. I mean, you guys can get really creative here. There's all kinds of things. So the only reason that I'm bringing up all these different cards is because you guys might watch this and have no clue or no idea of what type of a ritual or how to even begin to do this healing. But once you walk away from this reading, there could be certain things that come up for you throughout the week where you're just like, oh my God, like I saw that in the reading. This makes sense now. This would be great. This is a great idea for my ritual. This is a great idea for me to do this healing. This is a great idea that I can use in order to help me to clear. Wow. Spirit is here to help you every step of the way. So your spirit guides and team, they're here to show you certain things and give you certain things through things that just come in the form of other people, things that come in the form of books or signs or numbers or music messages, things you hear, things you see. So pay attention, because there's a lot of ideas for some great things for you guys to tap into for this healing work. Okay, so this right here is called, I don't know what this is called. What is this called? Magical spell cards, sorry. Magical spell cards. So I'm going to get 3 spells here. And when I say spell, these are just 3 things that you guys can say or tap into for whatever this is, to give you an idea. Okay, so we have creativity. I love that. We have inspiration. So creativity and inspiration, as well as courage. So courage keeps coming up. Courage keeps coming up. Strength, courage. Strength 2 times, courage, lion. It's all keeps coming up. So when it comes to being creative, maybe some of you guys are just like, I'm just not really creative. I'm just not feeling really inspired right now. Maybe even just simply chanting these words can help to tap into some of that vibration. Creativity. I'm going to read this. By all above and all below, let me connect, let creativity flow. You could just say that. Just by saying that can shift something within you, shift something within your energy field. We also have inspiration. Some of you may feel guided to work with Isis. It says, Isis, goddess of magic, I ask thee to bring your inspiration to me. So some of you guys are specifically connecting with the goddess of Isis in order to aid you in your either magic or your ritual or your healing, to become inspired, to give you that boost that you need in order to, you know, clear or, you know, do the, I don't know, I can't talk, to do the ritual that you guys want to do. And now we have courage. It says, by shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. This is about claiming your power, owning your power, stepping into your power, having the courage to face any fears or darkness or shadows, so that way you guys can clear this. And I just keep getting here that this full moon on Halloween, you know, no matter where you're at in the world, this right here is just the energy that's saying this is a great time for some of this work for your healing. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and tap into one last deck. This is called the Divine Energy Oracle cards. And some affirmations. Not necessarily affirmations, more or less just like kind of special messages. Admit your vulnerabilities. So one thing that I did get in the reading today is that we might feel like being vulnerable is weak. It's not true. It's actually the opposite. When somebody is not able to be vulnerable and authentic and to love and to, you know, to drop into their heart space, that's more of a cowardly energy. So we can be courageous and be powerful, but also be vulnerable at the same time. It's a part of the process of knowing yourself and being a well-rounded individual. Somebody that doesn't let anybody in, just keeps everybody out, that's not strength. That's not strength at all. We have shine your light. So again, we're wanting to shine our light through this darkness. We're wanting to get to the other side of all the shadow, of all these fears. And do what you love. Again, if something isn't bringing you joy, then why are you doing it? Do what makes you feel good. Do what you love. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Do what you want to do. Have some fun. Get creative. Just do what you love. So I hope that that was helpful to you guys as far as just giving you some ideas on ways that you guys can work with energy, or at least kind of prompting you to look into maybe doing a clearing or releasing ritual, getting clarity, facing, you know, with courage and strength some of your vulnerabilities, becoming more strong, standing in your power, becoming more inspired, dropping into your heart space, maybe doing some clearing with that heart chakra, things like that. So I hope that was helpful. Okay, so now we're going to go into what is your person's biggest regret when it comes to all of this? What do they regret the most when it comes to everything that's happened between the two of you? We're going to go into my oracle, which is the Twin Flame Journey Oracle from Aqua Moonlight, the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle, and the Halloween Tarot, just because. Okay. What is your person's biggest regret when it comes to you and everything that's happened here? Okay, we have shadow work. I feel like your person has definitely been in the shadows when it comes to what's happened. Okay. They didn't just walk away, or that you didn't just leave their life and it doesn't mean that they were miserable, that they've been miserable this entire time, even though it could be that for some. They did have to face their shadow. They did have to do some sort of shadow work. I did see that your person has had to get a little bit of a taste of karma. So they've had to face their shadows in some way. They've had to address their issues. Yeah, look at that. Can't make it up. Karmic lesson. Okay, so I feel like the karma came back and bit them in the ass. They also realized too that they were repeating patterns. They were too busy focused either on their past, or they didn't clear or heal from their past. And so unfortunately what they did is they kind of spewed that onto you. So you guys didn't even really have a chance, because they already had all of these things going on within them. And so when it came to letting you in, they just couldn't. It's almost like it was doomed before it even got off the ground. So your person has regret that they didn't clear up their past. They have regret that perhaps they were still involved with their past when they were involved with you, that they were operating from shadow. So they could have said some things to you that were just awful. It's interesting that I just said that before I got the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is somebody who doesn't care about what they say that hurts you. It just hurts. They're really careless and tactless when it comes with their words and their actions. And that's just what I picked up. Your person could have said some really terrible or awful things to you. And so that's probably why one of their fears is that they don't really want to have a conversation with you now, because they're going to have to address those energies. They're going to have to, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know why I can't think of it, but they're going to have to talk about this. They're going to have to admit it. It's almost like what I'm getting from your person is that they're the type of individual that it's very difficult for them when people are angry with them. It's very difficult for them when people are just basically just grilling them and pointing out their flaws. It's hard for them. So they know that if they speak to you, the past is going to be drudged up and they're going to have to answer for this, and it's hard. But they regret at the same time that they even act shadowy with you from the very beginning, and that they said certain things or took certain actions that were very, very harsh. What else? What else does this person regret when it comes to you in this connection? We have mirroring. Now, you got the mirror when it came to how you saw them in your mental space. How you saw them was the mirror, right? Image. We have mirroring. So this person right here has some sort of regret with either mirroring something or not mirroring something to you. I feel like they just couldn't mirror to you what you were wanting or what you were giving them. They were exhausted. They were fatigued, depleted. It had been a long journey perhaps already. It was going to take too much effort. It was going to take too much effort for them to do something. And we did get in the very beginning of the reading 10 of Wands, which is exhaustion to me. It's just too exhausting. There's just too much that's happened here. So instead of mirroring back to you, having a conversation with you, showing up for you, it was just easier to just walk away. So they do have some regret that they did this, that they handled themselves in this fashion. Yep, Ace of Cups. Instead of offering you peace offering, let's talk about it. Let me offer you this cup of love, this opportunity. It's like they just gave up. They gave up before they could even really offer you their cup. I'm also getting that they were very depleted within their own cup, so they couldn't offer you anything at the time anyways. So they have regret around that. They have regret that they couldn't offer you what you deserved. But at the same time, what's interesting here is that your person in a way gave you what you thought you deserved at the time and mirrored to you where you were vibrating. So if you did not believe that you deserved love, they gave you exactly what you thought you deserved. It's very strange. This person mirrors to you something about yourself. There's something very significant about your own wounds or your own issues that this person helps you to realize either later on or now. Wow. We have pride and ego. They also have a lot of regret that they acted out of pride and ego, that they were too prideful perhaps to apologize. They were too much in their ego. Sorry, you guys, there's too many cards that flipped up. They were too much in their ego when it came to making wrongs right. Yep. Also, that's what's been holding them up, that it's been so much time. They also, it's could be for some of them that so much time has gone on now. It's just kind of like, you know, what's the point? What's the point? Maybe you wouldn't give them a second chance anyways. Maybe you would not have compassion in your heart for them. So it's just easier for them to just continue to let time go by. Their pride and ego has really kept them from reaching out to you, is what I see here. Or maybe just even putting you on hold or putting their feelings on hold. Yeah, the Star. Wow, the Star is about healing. They regret, one of the biggest regrets that they have is that they've let so much time go on and they have not given you both an opportunity in order to heal. That there's this wound that has not been healed between the two of you. Okay? But the Star is also about spiritual guidance and finding your way. It's also about things being aligned. So again, if the timing is off and this is not happening, you know, whether it's their pride and ego, whether it's unhealed wounds, whether it's fear, whatever this is, it's not a vibrational match right now. So you really can't, there's really nothing that you can do about it except for to take care of yourself and move on with your life. We can't continue to put our lives on hold for what people might do one day. So, but they have regrets over this. They have regrets that they allowed their pride and ego to get in the way of healing this, that it's been so long, and that they may have not offered to you what you deserve, what you wanted at the time. Okay. And yeah, that's what we got. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. So now let's go ahead and take a look and see what lessons and growth is your person gifting to you. So this is kind of going to be a little bit of what we already know, which is this person mirrors to you exactly what you need in a way. And vice versa. I do feel that for them as well. So what lessons and growth are they gifting to you? What is it that they offer to you? Let's take a look. What are they offering to you? What opportunities do they give you in order to ascend and grow? Having a very difficult time picking up these cards, you guys, with these nails. So, okay, so we've got the love fluid. Love fluid. Wow. Fluid love oracles. Oh my God. This is from Sister Moon Tarot. And this is called the L Key Oracle. And let's go ahead and use this new deck that I got, which is the Language of Letting Go cards. So what gifts does this person provide for you? Might not feel like a gift, but it really is. It really is. We have only you. It's so interesting, you guys. It's like only your person can affect you the way that you've been affected. Now, this doesn't mean that they're the only person that you're ever going to love, or that you're not going to be happy without them, or that you can't heal, only they can come back and heal. No, we've already gotten in this reading that you are responsible for your own healing, but only this person affects you in this way. That's the gift that they give to you. They're a special gift to you in this lifetime because only they have this effect on you. Only they bring this out in you. So this really is like they're an angel, a guardian angel for you, helping you, guiding you in this life so you can heal, so you can really take a good look at yourself. You see? She who hesitates, ponder delays, but we have confidence. So that's really interesting here. So even though you may have pondered or even delayed certain things in your life, you have the confidence now to move forward with certain things because this person helps you to do so. You see? This person affects you in such a way and gets under your skin in such a way, whether it's, you know, positive energy, negative energy, whatever this is, it powers you forward to tackle these things and to do what you came here to do. I love it. And we have making the right decisions. So pondering, delay, or do I make the right decisions? Am I always going to make the wrong decisions, or am I going to make the right decisions? What am I going to do? So when it comes to making decisions, this person helps you to be more discerning. You may have had to make a decision with them where you felt like a total failure, like, oh my God, I knew better, but I did this anyways. Or gosh, I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done that. There's a lot of regret that you have. This person helps you to basically step into your power, step into your confidence, which is interesting because strength and courage and confidence with all that lion's energy and strength energy has come up over and over and over again. So there's something where they're handing you back your confidence and your power for you to step into. So that way you can be the best version of yourself because of them. That's amazing. So anything that's been unpleasant with this individual, utilize it to your advantage. Let them be the muse that you use in order to create your best life, right? I love it. So what about you to them? What kind of gift do you bestow upon them? Carefree and happy. That's beautiful. Okay. Carefree and happy. That's about letting go of things that no longer serve, helping them to be more of a carefree and happy person, helping them to basically not be so rigid. Could be that your heart space, when it's in the right place with them, it really does provide them more joy than it does all that fear and all that darkness. So it really does matter where you guys are at with this person because they feel your energy. So when you're carefree and happy, I feel like this person really feels the joy of you in their heart space. She who thrives. See, when you're thriving and when you're flourishing, do you see what this does? When you're flourishing, you're like an orchid here. Look at all those beautiful butterflies. We got butterflies as a part of your transformation. You're prospering, you're blossoming. When you're thriving, this person really feels your energy. Wow. It's almost like you are the muse to them at that point. So how do they learn from you and grow and thrive themselves is the more that you're in this detached energy with them. Do you see? That's amazing. That seriously is amazing. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the final card. Oh, here we go. I couldn't figure out where I was here. And getting calm. See? Look at this. Being carefree and happy and getting calm. Your person might have an issue with anger. Your person might have an issue with being judgmental or being pessimistic or negative in some sort of way. So when you're in an energy where you're empowered, you're feeling really good, you're prospering, you're blossoming, you're flourishing, you're thriving. This actually lends this person some energy and helps to motivate them to make better choices instead of perhaps blaming other people for their problems. They see you doing it. They feel you doing it. Your energy is feeling really good on your end, and it's hitting them in a very positive way. So they want to be more like you, and they want what you have. So you inspire them to want to get calm and to be more carefree and happy and to go within and perhaps even walk a spiritual path. So in a way, you're an angel for your person as well. So you guys both inspire each other to be better people. That's what you guys are to each other, teachers, and like influencing one another. And when you thrive, your person thrives. When you're in love and joy, your person is in love and joy. It's all vibration. And when you guys are in that energy enough on your own, it may be that you guys come back together in that vibrational match in the physical world. So amazing. Okay. So let's see how is Spirit guiding and assisting you on your journey right now. Person watching the video. We're going to go into the Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray and the Angel Wisdom Tarot by Radley Valentine. How are your angels assisting you right now when it comes to this person and this connection? Harmony and resolution. Love that. Learning experience. Love that too. And expect miracles. Wow. Okay. So Spirit's saying there's nothing wrong with expecting a miracle. If you see resolution with this individual as a miracle would have to occur before them to show back up in my life or to apologize or make things right or whatever, a miracle would have to occur. Spirit's saying you might want to start believing that it is perhaps possible. Harmony and resolution. Page of Swords. It's all about your thoughts. Look at all those butterflies again, you guys. Butterflies keep showing up. It's a sign. It's a sign that when you either see butterflies or you're working with the energy of butterflies or you're working with the energy of air, okay? And air is what? Our thoughts. Change your thoughts, change your thoughts, change your life. That's what I'm getting here. In order for you to be in harmony and to resolve issues with yourself and other people, you've got to be in that peaceful energy within yourself. You have to reside in that energy. Page of Swords also can sometimes be the card that people associate with looking on social media because, you know, we're in just like a new world, new generation now where there's technology. And, you know, sometimes when it comes to communicating with people, it's on these levels of what we see, okay, on social media. Spirit's saying here, if that's triggering you, pull away. Don't look on social media. Don't rely on social media to be an accurate picture of what's going on. Maybe pull away. Maybe don't look anymore, right? So that could be something significant. But it says logical, perspective, insightful, blunt, an exciting intellectual challenge, bright, full, or brilliant insights, information that you need but might be challenging to receive. Review all documents very clearly. So that, like I said, there's some sort of challenging energy, challenging thoughts that could be making you feel a little heavy right now, but you're meant to clear that energy and transform that energy. You're meant to get to a peaceful place. And sometimes to get to a peaceful place, we have to cut off certain either individuals or certain behaviors and patterns in our lives. Okay? Happy thoughts create happy experiences. And now we have learning experience. At the end of the day, everything is a learning experience. It really is. You and this individual, everything that's happened, it's all been for learning purposes. And we have Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is our head being in the clouds. Seven of Cups is being confused. Seven of Cups is just a lot of different things going on, a lot of different energies around us. Can sometimes be about procrastination, knowing that we need to make a choice. So it says stop procrastinating and overanalyzing everything. You need to get clarity. Look at that, you guys. There comes that word again, clarity. When I ask Spirit to reveal to us what we need to do, why we might be kind of all over the place, why we might feel restless, why we might feel just so confused right now, we've got to clear our thoughts. We have to clear these conversations or these ideas or these thoughts or these belief systems that we have that might not even be our own. And sometimes disconnecting from social media and what other people are saying or what other people are doing or TV or anything, the news, media, all that energy can sometimes have an effect. See, it's like you see all these colors, these chakras, something's out of alignment. Something's out of alignment and we need to get clear. So this could also be an indication for somebody to perhaps maybe get some Reiki, work with an energy healer, somebody that can go in and basically indicate what chakras might be out of alignment for you. This could also be about, you know, finding some sort of a meditation that takes you through all the different chakras. So that way you can clear each chakra up. That's also something that you guys could look up, I believe, on, you know, YouTube. I'm sure there's some free meditations out there, but we need to clear up our energy field. We need to clear up our headspace. We need to clear up our belief systems. We need to also clear up all these ideas that are coming from other people. They're not our own. Who are we? What do we believe? Not what does somebody else believe. We need to get clear. Okay? It says also too many options and addictions. There's too much information that's flying around. So there's something to learn from all of it, but we need to get clear about what we're going to focus on. Once we get clear of what we want to focus on, it's going to be easier to operate from a place of clarity. So then we know what we want. We know what we're doing. We feel focused. We feel grounded. We don't feel like we're floating around in the clouds where one minute we feel this and the other minute we feel that. That energy needs to go is what I'm getting here. Okay? And that might also be keeping you guys from manifesting the life that you want or manifesting certain things or changes that you want to make in your life. So that's why it started with the first card. You have to get clear first. You have to clear your energy first before you even attempt to start trying to manifest anything that you desire. You got to clear yourself first. And expect miracles. We have wise counselor. What is this? Oh, this is the Hierophant. This is about our belief systems. This is also about, you know, spirituality. Unity with a spiritually minded community. Ask the divine for help and trust the answers will come. Compare traditional methods with new ideas to see which is best for you. So there's something about traditional methods, but also new like new age, new concepts, new ways of thinking or being. It's kind of like you can take into consideration certain ideas, but you don't have to completely adopt them. You don't have to completely adopt other people's way of belief systems or way of believing. This is all individual to you. Our lives and what we believe, that creates our experiences. So if you're following in the footsteps of somebody else because you feel like they know better than you, there's nothing wrong with getting some sort of information or counsel from another person. But at the end of the day, it's about trusting your higher self and having such a deep connection with your higher self and your higher power to where you're steering the ship, not other people, not other spiritual teachers, not other. And it's funny because before I did this reading today, I was guided to kind of like do a reading or even speak about certain things. And I'm going to just bring it up right now. I'm not going to go into all of it because it's too much. But I was just going to say, like, there's certain people that we connect with that we, you know, wow, I really love this person's teachings, or I love their readings, or I love this and I love that. But sometimes we can get really dependent upon that. Sometimes we can get really like, oh my God, this is what this person thinks or says, so that might be the right way. But you really lose yourself when you give anyone outside of yourself too much power or too much credibility. Take it all with a grain of salt. Even my readings, even the things that come out of my mouth, even the things that come from my spirit team. Because guess what? Nobody's freaking perfect, you guys. There's certain spiritual teachers, you know, out there, and I don't want to say anything negative about it, but it's all about love and light and this and that. But then there's certain behaviors that they'll engage in where it's just kind of like, wow, did that come from a place of love and light? Not really. Nobody's perfect. So sometimes these channeled messages or sometimes these ideas or concepts that are being given to them by their spirit team, are they really connected to higher vibrational beings, or is this maybe something that's playing out for them? So every person that's bringing forth information, it doesn't mean you can't trust it, but use your intuition. If something is kind of like, you know what? I'm not sure that that's mine. It's not yours. Maybe if you feel like a reader's kind of coming from their own issues or energy, which quite frankly and honestly, sometimes that happens. Sometimes that even comes through my readings where I'm like, holy shit, these are my issues coming through. But guess what? Sometimes things are designed this way in order for people to be able to relate to what you already know. But people out there, you know, can be wise and they can be helpful, but don't put all of your power or all of your, you know, faith into one concept or one person's teaching or one person's readings. This is about, there's many options. And if you're confused right now, it might be the best thing for you to do is to pull away from all of it and take a freaking break. I'm currently doing that right now. So that might be some of my energy that's coming through here. But again, this is a way for you guys to understand that we all go through this. I'm having to pull away from a lot of social media stuff right now. A lot of things are triggering me right now. I have a lot of confusion right now with certain things. But I know that's because it's my own belief systems that are working against me right now. I got my own little shadows and my own little demons and darkness that are doing a fucking number on me right now. But guess what? The wise counsel is inside of me somewhere. It's my higher self. But the thing is, if I'm too busy here and I'm not going within, then I'm not grounded. So that could speak to some of you guys out there if you guys are feeling a certain way. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just Spirit's way of telling you. It's like an indication, like the low fuel light comes on in your car. That's a warning that if you don't get some freaking gas and fuel up, you're gonna crash and burn, you know, or you're gonna be stranded on the side of the road. So it's a little bit of a warning here, to make sure that you're always filling your own cup, that you're not relying on other people to give you answers, that you're not putting too much importance into what you're seeing everyone else do or what you're getting from social media. This is about going within, checking in with yourself, checking in with your own higher self. I hope that makes sense. So how is Spirit assisting and guiding you? They're guiding you to get clear. Once you get clear, you're going to have less confusion and you're going to feel more grounded and you're going to be able to hear that higher self. You're going to be able to trust it. You're not going to discredit it. You're not going to go, oh, I don't know if I should or should. It's going to be very clear of what you should do. And that's how you're going to know what's right for you. Okay? So strengthening the connection that you have with yourself is what I'm getting, that we're being guided to do right now. So closing messages for this reading. Let's get into it. Closing messages for the reading. We're going to go into my twin flame angel numbers. We're going to go into the depths of the sea oracle that I created, as well as for my sister Queen of Light 1111, her Queen's Journey Tarot. All right. Closing messages for the viewers today. Okay, we have pirate ship. Uncooperative. This pirate in his ship, he's being very uncooperative. He wants to rebel. He wants to rebel against the world, perhaps. He wants to rebel against his higher self. He wants to rebel and be, you know, just free from all conventional concepts. 105, your intuition is divinely guided to trust all that you are being shown at this time. So what you're being shown at this time from your higher self, anything that's uncooperative, anybody that's not making effort, anybody that's basically not coming towards you, Spirit is trying to guide you, to show you that something is not working right now. So instead of trying harder, this is about you refocusing on the self. It's very easy to get into this trap with people. I want to save them. This means I need to try harder. This means I need to love them harder. Then this will fix this. The thing is, love them anyways. Don't love them in order to, you know, and then expect something good to happen because you do. Be in the energy of love because that's what feels peaceful to you. Even if they're being uncooperative, this will help you when it comes to dealing with their very uncooperative energy. As long as you're in your heart space, it doesn't matter what they're doing or what they're not doing. So that's what your higher self is trying to guide you to do at this time, to fall into your heart space, to open up your heart space, to get less out of the ego and more into the heart. This will help you to navigate maybe your own pirate ship. Things that are not cooperating with you, people that are not cooperating with you. Your vibration could just be all over the place, and so it seems like you're having problems every direction you go. Look, the Hierophant's coming up for a second time now. That is what your higher self is trying to teach you. This is coming straight from the divine. This is also, because something about the pirate ship was somebody doesn't want to be conventional. Somebody does not want to be, either in a relationship, or they don't want to cooperate in ways that maybe like the belief systems that you have, or what they believe, or what you believe would make you happy, or what should happen. They may not believe the same way right now. So this is Spirit's guidance to you, that what you're being shown right now is exactly this. It's something isn't working for a reason right now. It is time to just let it go instead of trying to fight harder. Okay. Volcano, mass eruption. It's kind of like a tower's energy. Whatever needs to come crashing down, let it. It's meant. Let it. We have 888. See, karmic cycles are now coming to a close. Now we have to allow all parties to absorb the necessary lessons for growth. So just because karmic cycles end doesn't mean people or karmic behaviors or addictions are coming to a close. It doesn't mean that people are just going to magically just change overnight. It takes time. That's why it says we have to allow this time for people to absorb these lessons for growth. Chips. Sorry, my cat's trying to do something. He's not cooperating. Yeah, Three of Swords, look at that. Three of Swords is that pain. Remember that hole in your soul. So when it comes to your person doing the right thing, because see, I also see the Hierophant is somebody that's acting with integrity and doing the right thing. We do see that your person knows that the right thing to do would to perhaps come back and apologize for certain behaviors or make these wrongs right with you. But their own belief systems or their own fears are basically holding them back from doing so. So this leaves you in this Three of Swords energy, which is, are they ever going to clear this cycle? Are we ever going to be able to grow? Are we ever going to be able to move forward past this point that we've been stuck in for quite some time? We've been stuck in this loop, this infinite loop over and over again. Nothing's really changing. Well, what I'm getting here is that Spirit is telling you, you guys, that these karmic cycles are now coming to a close. So there's going to be a period of time where these lessons are going to start to be absorbed by the individuals, and they're going to start picking up tools and growing through these lessons. So something is happening here. Last message. We have getaway, stroll. 444. The universe fully supports you as you continue on your path towards enlightenment. What I was just going to say is that this is just getting away. Just getting away, letting go. A getaway is kind of like a vacation, taking a vacation from your problems. What about Bob, right? It's just about the universe fully supports you, whatever direction you decide to go. If you want to let go, you want to hang on, whatever you want to do, the universe is fully supporting you no matter what. They're continuing to give to you and co-create with you with the energy that you're residing in. So if you decide that you want to go in another direction, you want to go off and explore, you want to have an adventure, you just want to keep moving ahead, Spirit is going to help to facilitate that growth for you and these experiences for you. You guys are going to co-create this together. Things are going to happen towards that particular pathway. Or if you want to hang on and wait and not get away from the energy, Spirit will continue to co-create a lot of these things to facilitate growth, such as mirroring to you certain things that you perhaps need to let go of, or things that you need to heal within yourself, etc. So either way, no matter what, you're going to grow. And Spirit's telling you, we support your decision no matter what you do. But we can see that getaway says, it's time for you to just kind of let loose and play and get away. Remember the dolphin, you guys. Remember the butterfly. Let's transform. Let's change. Let's heal. Let's keep moving forward. That's a good thing. Queen of Cups, beautiful. This is about loving yourself. You came into this reading, the person watching this video, as the spirit of the witch, the sorcerer, the magical being, knowing too much, sometimes to your own detriment, right? You're very psychic, you're very empathic, you're very intuitive, you're very spiritual, you're very deep. These are not bad things. You may have been shamed for this, but this is about you fully embracing the Queen of Cups that you truly are. This is also a queen that's in her freaking heart space. She's not the Queen of Swords. She's the Queen of Cups. Remember, you guys, love and dropping into your heart center, that's where your strength is. It's not about being bitter. It's not about needing an apology. It's about healing yourself. This is about you mastering this within yourself. Okay? That is about mastering that to yourself. So that right there, I'm getting on the bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles. That's the work that you need to do. It's time for you, perhaps spend some time on your own, learn, study, continue to grow, continue to heal, continue to, you know, ascend, whatever that means to you. So anyways, you guys, I know that some dark energies came through. I'm hoping that some of the information that did come through was helpful to you in ways that you may be able to shift some of that around in order to work more in your favor. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.